Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and I'm so excited to be in the building. I brought out the fireworks. I'm going to get some booze on tonight because I got my man in the building, Jody and Lewis. Nerd Report, Jody's Corner, my favorites.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Lewis? Good to see you, man. What's up, Andy? What's up, y'all?
What up, everyone? Popcorn Planet. We're back, man. I'm getting Vegas flashbacks. Woo!
Ooh, the Trinity is back together. Oh, I'm so excited to have you guys
arrived.
Back. So excited to hang out, talk nerdy with you both. Wait, why isn't Lewis's name there? I'll make sure it's there, Lewis.
Just remember, only together we could destroy the Sith.
Facts.
Facts, boy. Facts, indeed. All right, well, I'm bringing back a format we haven't done in a while. Just because I want
to do some nerdy stuff, man.
I've been wanting to bring this back in just sort of a looser, fun way. But tonight we're doing it. Oh, it's back. It's never gone. Just sometimes hides by itself. But we're doing a nerd war tonight because I saw Denis Villeneuve himself was out there talking a little bit of smack of Villeneuve. Did I do it wrong? Well, whatever you want to say it as. He was doing a little smack on Marvel, MCU. I'm also trying new headphones, and it's throwing me off because I don't hear myself as loudly. But Denis Villeneuve, I saw your video on it, Jody. I know you talked about it over at Jody's Corner. If you guys aren't following over there,
bro.
We got some big news. We'll hype it a little bit, and then we'll talk about it. But for Jody's got some big news I want to make sure everyone knows about. But I saw you talking about it, and I think we sadly agree. I might have to break out the old cube to.
Yeah, bro. Hey, facts are facts.
Hold on, I'm just breaking out my drinks.
How you been, Lewis? What's up, man?
How are you doing, Lewis?
I've been great, man. I've been fighting off these people, these corporations using the X word and stuff like that. They don't give a crap what we think.
There it is.
Hey, you know what? The fight goes on. They don't care. They're trying to do the PR with Latinx Heritage Month. They get millions of people giving them backlash, and they don't give a crap. They'll call us what they want to call us. This is, it's, I don't know what to call it, Jody. There you go. But that's it, man. And enjoying the movies, watching your videos, you and Andy, man, enjoying the community and stuff.
It is amazing how they don't care about offending Latinos.
No.
They just don't.
Are people being vocal about it enough? Are enough people pissed off and vocal
if you pull the social media of Marvel Entertainment, Sesame Street, what is it? Walmart's, a few other companies. There's literally like maybe 100 million people saying they don't like the word. They're calling it racist. They're comparing it to the N-word because everyone is pissed. They'd rather be called a wetback. I've heard that 500 times already.
Really?
They don't care. You know what they do? They come back an hour later and use the word again. We're celebrating your Latinx heritage, but it's really weird. You don't have to be Latin or Hispanic to be intrigued by this story. It's going on. Check it out after the show. Follow go to Disney Plus. It's really crazy.
It's sort of like this weird competition out there of like which group is more protected. You know what I mean? It's like what I sense is happening out there. And so it's like they want to not, because the Latinx is for sort of like the non-gender is what they're sort of going for, which I don't want to disrespect and I understand, but they are disrespecting the Latin culture and they don't even understand. They don't care. And that's what's so frustrating of like, it's just interesting to see all the corporations just sort of, they're more afraid of that it seems that of offending that community than the entire Latin community who has not accepted this word and doesn't want it. And a few don't care, but the bulk majority of them really do care. And it's just really weird to me how after all this, not just Lewis, so many people, but so many people fighting, and they just don't. Crazy. They're like, sorry, you're offended, Lewis, but deal with it because it's just what it is now.
Well, here's another thing. I think Jody's spoken about this or touched upon it, and we all have a speculation that these corporations talk to each other, and it's weird because this situation proves that they do. Because what they have been doing for the past 2 years is, changing what we describe ourselves as is Latinx. They call us Latinx no matter what. They saw that we're upset at it, so they all on sequence changed it to Hispanic Latinx Heritage Month. All of them use the same terminology, even if they're not related. So if you
they're in cahoots.
They're all in cahoots, ladies and gentlemen. And this is just a story. It may not, you may not be interested in this because you're not Latin and stuff, but They're gonna do it to you. They're gonna do it to you. It's just,
it's all for sure.
Yeah, they're doing it to everybody. Okay.
I guess it's because we're in a day and age of labels, bro. That's what it seems like to me. Everybody needs to belong to something. Like when it comes to religion, politics, even nerd culture, bro, and how you were born and raised. There's a label that you got to associate yourself with. That's whack. I'm too free-minded to belong to any one label. If I belong to 4 labels, so be it. But I don't want to be allegiant to just one label, one title, one branding.
Yeah, you're right, man. At the end of the day, we just want to be. I mean, I want to be an American human. That's what I want to be.
Are you Black, Lewis? Are you African American?
I'm sure I have Black in me, and I'm an American.
Do you have to be African American to feel what happened to George Floyd? To feel bad?
No, that motherfucker, bro. Right. That shit was disgusting.
Do you have to be African American to go out to the streets and protest on behalf of George Floyd?
No. But that thing, I don't even want to hear. I'm sorry, man. When I hear that, my stomach twirls because I feel like that not even human is still on his neck. Fucking, I'm sorry, man. That guy would not get off.
What I'm saying is that just because we all come together, bro. We all come together as, like you said, Lewis, we're humans, man. You can't just, you're Black, so you got to go and do this Black stuff. You're white, you got to do the white. You're Asian. Nah, bro. That label shit is just not going to work.
Yes.
Don't give it power.
Right there, I think Andy put out Sesame Street.
As you were talking, sorry, we'll get to the nerd war in a second. We're just hanging out for a little bit. No, let's talk. I love it. But this, I was trying to find because I know you've been calling out a lot of these moments on Twitter. But Sesame Street clearly just trying to be the right thing, I'm sure. But take the time to recognize and appreciate the Latinx Heritage Month. Latinx culture, community, yada yada. And so everybody now in Latin culture is now they're just generalizing them all together, and it's a slur. Brought to you by the letter L. Cancellation. Yeah, everyone. Hello, hola, my Latinx friends. Shut the F up. I mean, everyone's just going in there random. How many Latinos are directly asking to be called Latinx over there? Oh, no.
Look at how many likes on that, though. 1,700.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's real.
Look, this isn't like a little bit of thing. It's like, a lot of people really just don't like it. Celebrate the 5% of people who prefer Latinx.
Latinx.
So look, it's not like we're trying to be insensitive or anything else here, but it's just it's enough. It's not a word. It's a racial slur. It's from who is this? But Brody Jenner. It's a term 97% of the Latino Hispanic community outrage rejects as you continue to use the term. And so it's crazy, Jody, because I know you're, but how do they not see this and then pause and go, all right, let's not keep using this. We're upsetting a lot of people. Or are they just assuming that you're all trolls, Lewis? Oh,
they know.
They're all Trump supporters. We must ignore them. Is that what's happening?
Well, look, here's the deal. I'm gonna say it right here. Cancel me if you want. If Trump stands for Latin people or nationality identifying as what they want to identify, then I'm a Trump supporter then. Because every time someone tries to do the right thing, you're a Trump supporter. It's starting to look a little weird to me, right? It's starting to look like.
What does that mean? Wait, I don't understand. What just happened?
Well, the thing is,
he's getting political, Jody.
They've been calling us names, Jody. Like we're transphobic.
I need that GIF. Somebody grab that GIF.
Bomb.
Boom.
hey, listen.
I promised Jody. I was like, no, let's just talk movies tonight. But I hear you.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. Why do they have to call us names? We don't want to identify as X. That's all.
But he was saying like and it's happening right now. And I just did a video about Nicki Minaj that I'm going to post tomorrow that I'm excited to see you guys talk about because it is. Look, Nicki Minaj hasn't always said the best of things. She has been crazy before, like in creative and wild ways.
She hasn't done the best of things either. She needs to take the butt implants back.
Fair. But my point is right now, because she tweeted a Tucker Carlson clip that just, was hearing her out, she's now a racist Trump MAGA supporter. That's always what happens. It's like all it takes is one gesture and a whole group will just sort of identify you and generalize you as a certain thing. And that I do take umbrage with that too, Liz. And I've been fighting for that for a while against a lot of people who are mad at me for saying, look, just don't generalize people. No matter who they are, don't generalize. Now, if someone's out there saying MAGA Trump rhetoric that's hateful and really not helpful for this country, I'm going to call them out. Like, I get it. There are things that I think that president did that was not helpful for the country and not unite and didn't unite us. At the same time, I know a lot of my parents voted for him, and it's like, they're not monsters. Like, I get it. We have different political beliefs. And so it's not my business what people vote for. We have to stop being so emotionally invested in generalizing whole swaths of people. Is that what you were trying to get at, Lewis?
Well, what I'm saying is like they've painted they like, if we want to not be called something, right? I think what we're asking for is fair. We're not Latinx. That is not a Spanish word. It's not a word we use. The gender neutral word in Spanish is already Latino. Don't English, what do they call it? Anglify our language. It's kind of like the conquistadores came and forced religion on the natives. Now they're forcing a language. And these are supposed to be the people that are supposed to not be racist, right? And then they're calling the people who don't want to be called an X, Latinx, Trump supporters. And you got to think, wait, maybe this guy's not that bad. Because, you know, every time somebody thinks differently or has an opinion, they're a Trump supporter. What are you guys doing? You're sabotaging your own shit. Andy, if you can, I don't know if I even made a point there. Could you go to Marvel? Also, they stepped in it. Disney Plus stepped in it. All of them.
Is it on your power?
Just put Marvel there. No, you can just search Marvel Entertainment. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, what this proves to me is that the corporate elitists, the ones who are in the positions of power, and the famous people are the ones who are writing and trailblazing the way. They live by their own rules, and they just expect, if they keep this up with the Latinx, keep it up, that people will follow. People will not get so enraged, and in time, they'll just be like, you know what? All right, forget it. We're Latinx, man. That's how.
And it's kind of working.
You need people to come out. You need Eva Longoria's. You need George Lopez.
Eva Longoria, they're selling out, bro.
You need them to come out and speak out against this word.
They're afraid to because they don't want
to. Then y'all try. What kind of leaders are y'all? And
we don't have none. We're asking. Actually, I'm respectfully asking the Black community, come and help us, man. You know what I mean? The Black community. We need to unite in this. This is maybe trivial to someone, but if we can't determine that this is not our culture, this is not something we want, and they're forcing this upon us, what else are they going to force upon us?
I'm more offended by this, Lewis, by the fact that there is clearly not any strong Latino representation in Marvel Comics. Like this,
we don't need them.
But I'm just saying, like this is all. I don't even know who half these people are, and they're like just forcing in a bunch of.
Well, Miles Morales is incredibly popular.
Miles Morales is the only one there, and then it's like, what is this? Who is this?
Is that Miss America
Chavez or whatever? What's her name?
Yeah,
and then I don't even know. Is this what is this? I don't know what version of Ghost Rider. Is this another Spider-Man? I don't even know. But these are deep cuts.
1999-ish.
These are deep cuts. My point is, like, it's pretty sad they don't have a single Latin like lead bigger than Miles Morales. So it's already like they're already trying so hard to seem like they're representing that now they're like, oh, you have a Latinx, Latinx. And I saw Gina and others like, I thought it was just a Biden slip up. No, Latinx is a real word. You know, I don't know if you're supposed to say Latinx.
It's not a real word.
No one knows how to actually say it. Latinx, some people say, or, you know, but he said it like Kleenex.
Latinx.
And you can go buy our shirt, by the way, if you want to support this. Good chance to plug our
That's why
merch.
I thought the Latinx meant, man. Like the Latinx. I pronounce it Latinx because I tied it to the X of like, you know, like
Kleenex.
The X is the last name, like with Malcolm X. The X means your name is gone.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Jody. Isn't that Malcolm, and then isn't it a space between it?
Yeah. Malcolm.
This isn't. Malcolm. This is all crashed in together. It doesn't even make sense of that part.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. And
they don't know what the shit is.
Yeah, we're called names if we don't.
That's funny, by the way. That merch. Here, have a Latinx. Wipe your
Wacoso tears away.
Yeah.
Thanks to the Latino slam for the catchphrase. But yeah, and Brian, who made it on the shop, but you can get a lot of cool stuff over there. Don't forget that lots more stuff happening on the Popcorn Planet Emporium now. But anyway, yes, we got your back on this, Lewis. Whatever you need, you let us know.
All I'm saying is if there's so many people that don't want to be called that, respect them. What's your point? Unless, you know, you should know by now that this is not good. I mean, you don't have anyone checking
They
your
know
social
that
media?
because they put it on TV and media, newspaper, and everywhere else, that it's allowing people who watch that news media to go out in the world and say the word Latinx. When y'all start getting slapped up outside the head in the streets like it's the N-word, that's when shit's gonna change.
Bingo, Jody. Bingo.
That's when it's gonna change.
That's exactly what was on the tip of my tongue. But be aware that it's getting to the point where you may get slapped. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not a violent dude unless you attack my friends and family. I will punch you, right?
Okay.
But,
so it's not quite the N word yet. You know, when a white person walks into a bar and say, "Hi, my N word friend," uppercut is coming. But if they could go into and say, "Hi, you Latinx community, Latinx," they might be like,
There's gonna be a lot of people who are just like, "What's that? What are you talking about?"
Yeah, huh?
What?
When it gets to the point where you're gonna get, you know, Horyuken anywhere you at, then there's gonna be some issues. Then y'all start changing the shit up.
I think it's fair to go, hey, look, we don't use that word. We don't like that word. We consider it a slur. If you do it again,
right,
it is what it is.
Well, my favorite, not to call it out. I don't want to be mean because I love the man. But is he here, Mr. David March, The Ledge? Do you know what I'm talking about, Jody? My favorite night, the karaoke night. What song was he singing? Where
was it bad?
He was singing all of them.
No, but there was a song with an N word.
Oh, the one that he's. Oh yeah!
Like me, I think we locked eyes. I was like, "Oh yeah, is he gonna go there?" He was so drunk, and I forget what song it was. But
I forgot what it was too. But I said, "Oh!" I said, "He just said, oh!"
He did say it.
It was an It was the It was like the
He said it, bro, and I was like, "Oh, this guy's drunk. He's having fun. He's safe."
He's reading lyrics on the screen of I forget what was it, 50 Cent or somebody. I don't know. I don't know what song it was, but it was very funny. But I still love you.
We're going
still
back,
love you, David. I know you didn't mean it in a mean way.
I know he was singing a Pineapple Caribbean song about being on vacation or some shit.
Margaritaville, right? I think he did also.
Yeah, Margaritaville. He
was amazing. He had a lot of good.
Yeah, David was tight.
But it was all good.
Yeah, that entire thing
sing one of those songs
awesome.
at karaoke, and the N word comes up on some of those rap songs. Guys, it doesn't mean you can say it. Still got to be careful out there.
Yeah.
I'm always careful. All right. Well, the good intro to the show. All right, let's get to the meat of this. We got so much more, and you guys can always pivot us anywhere you want. Jody's here and Lewis is here, so ask us whatever the hell you want tonight. It's all no holds barred tonight.
Let's go.
We're going to the movie. That's the views always dip a bit when I actually start talking movies again. It's kind of depressing, but I don't care because it's the hardcore, amazing people. I love you guys because we can actually have some fun tonight. So send over your topics, whatever you want. All right, but let's get to tonight's first topic, which is wait, I had it here. Where'd it go? There it is.
Let's get those likes up real quick,
too many
get those likes
folders on this. All righty, I haven't done a nerd war in a while, but let's try one. I mean, we're just gonna be loose. There's no real rules here. But Denis Villeneuve. Actually, I'm gonna clip it right here. Let's clip this part. And 3, 2. We are live. We're just starting our first nerd war. Oh yeah, it's nice to hear that noise again. I want to bring this back, but I just gotta get some reliable players to do these more often. But I'd like to keep going.
What are we, chop liver?
No, but I gotta make sure I plan in advance and it's not a last minute. We have some topics and have some fun, and that's what we're gonna try to do today. Not just a loose nerd war here. But this is all coming from Denis Villeneuve, who I think is a fantastic director. I love his work from Prisoners to Arrival. I think Arrival's fantastic. Sicario. This man has done a lot of really fantastic work. He's done Blade Runner 2049, which I did enjoy. Now he's doing Dune. He's a cinematic director, a visionary guy that I really appreciate what he's doing. He really cares about cinema. And so it was interesting to see him going sort of the Martin Scorsese route, where he came out speaking to El Mundo, which is, I guess, the Spanish version of Direct, where he talked about this interview. Just think of the golden age of Hollywood to see the commercial films can make a different artistic proposal and therefore political. I've never felt like a loss or an impediment to have a generous budget to do what I wanted to do. Upside down, who said that a movie on a big budget can't be artistically relevant at the same time? I'm currently thinking of people like Christopher Nolan or Alfonso Cuarón. He's right. They use big budgets to still make cinematic, thoughtful, big pieces.
Oh, yes.
So perhaps the problem is that we are in front of too many Marvel movies that are nothing more than a cut and paste of others. Perhaps these types of movies have turned us into zombies a bit. But big and expensive movies of great value, there are many today. I don't feel capable of being pessimistic at all. Now, he did go on. Do I have the quote? Just full disclosure. He did go on and he
Chloe Zhao.
Chloe Zhao. Here it is. Yeah, he praised Chloe Zhao and said, who ironically, Chloe Zhao was making the movie. I thought I had it here. Oh, here it was. Chloe pitched the Eternals using images from Denis Villeneuve's movies. So clearly, Chloe Zhao looks up to and really likes Denis. And so he was saying that Villeneuve praised Zoe's hiring as genius, telling Zhao, "I'm your biggest fan. I think it's genius that Marvel approached you because you're the radical opposite of it aesthetically." Praising how After watching it, an artistic love letter for her ability to capture life on camera. So he's going out and saying to Marvel, look, good on you because now you finally hired someone to actually change the game. But, still the original comments started pissing people off, including director Scott Derrickson, who got in the mix, who retweeted the same thing he said when Scorsese was being a grump. As a director, I don't slag on the work of other directors, even when I don't like something they've made. The job is hard enough for all of us, and nobody ever sets out to make a bad movie. Fair comment from him, Okay, and so he gets very emotional, and he's very easily offended. That's Scott Derrickson. He's very vocal.
He should be though. He lost this movie, man.
But given everything he's been with, he does keep to himself. So I appreciate that. And yeah, here's his comment on it, sort of taking a jab, and others were doing it too. So it sort of begs this question though: of does Denis Villeneuve have a point? Are Marvel movies starting to feel copy and paste? Yeah, I mean, I think anyone who is ignoring that is being a Marvel stan and not acknowledging.
That's not critique either. That's just an observation, Andy. That's an observation.
Yeah, look, it doesn't mean I don't still enjoy some of them, but I do think there is a fatigue brewing, and I think there is a laziness. I think he's right. I think we are turning a little bit into zombies of just watching the same CGI fest every third act, the same comedic. Got to have a couple funny one-liners. Got to have that.
Correct
CG
me if I'm
craziness.
wrong, gentlemen, but didn't Scott Derrickson or whatever his name is, didn't he try something different and they let him go?
Correct. He tried to make the first ever horror Marvel movie.
So shouldn't he be? Is he agreeing with Denis Villeneuve or?
Yeah, I believe he is.
Okay, so he is agreeing with him.
I don't think he's agreeing. I think he
should be.
He's saying
he should be.
Nobody should slag anybody else's movies. So I think he's saying, Denis Villeneuve, even if we agree, you shouldn't publicly go out and bash Marvel movies and say they're all the same. Now, I think it's unfair of Scott because
he's saying directors here.
Yeah, I don't think we shouldn't slag the work of other directors, though. He's just as a director, I think he's speaking on the behalf of he's calling all these Marvel movies the same. But
Denis ain't slashing directors.
Yeah, I don't think Denis is calling out the directors of the films.
No,
because
he's not.
I think he's calling out the Marvel machine that employs these directors and
inhibits
them from actually making what they want to do, and that's why hiring Chloe Zhao, he's praising like, now you've finally done it. But I think he's also being unfair because I do think James Gunn changed the game and changed the Marvel formula a bit with Guardians. It felt a little bit different,
drastically changed.
Yeah, so
yes.
I think there are moments when Marvel, even Ryan Coogler, I think took Black Panther into two new areas. There are moments, so overall he didn't say all Marvel movies. So there are exceptions. I think Infinity War, Endgame, Russo's took it to that epic sort of more series perspective of like a long, it was like a television series, those two movies. So, there's different elements. They're not, of course, it's not like, so the movies aren't all the same, just to caveat this title, which I know is going to piss off a lot of Marvel fans, but stepping back.
Too bad.
Copy and pasting? Yeah, they absolutely
That's
are.
on point.
Absolutely are. So, Jody, I know you talked about this a bit, but for those who didn't hear your video yet, I mean, do you agree? Do you see a lot of the similar formula?
Absolutely agree 100%. Just as the video on my channel right now, I did another video today reinforcing about Black Widow. Did you know Black Widow was written the first draft in 11 days?
Oof.
Since when can we write a movie in 11 days? When was that? How is that even possible? It's possible when you have an MCU formula. We talk about formulaic and we talk about copy and paste. That's another word for formula. There's a formula that works in the MCU. Marvel fans could agree or disagree with this. It doesn't matter. Facts are the facts. Bright colors, action, quippy one-liners, action set piece, middle and third act, and staring far and clear away from zero, and I mean zero sexual innuendos. They won't even show kissing. How many times have you seen kissing in a Marvel movie? I remember Endgame, he kissed Peggy. I remember in Civil War, Captain America kissed Sharon. There's not one sex scene in any of the Marvel movies. There's not even the implied sex scene. Remember Wonder Woman, how Steve Trevor came to the door, Wonder Woman let him in the hotel room, they locked eyes, then closed the door. There's not even that.
There's all that nude, like the nude stuff in the bath.
None of that. Not even implied sexual stuff. Like it's made for families. The target audience is for families, family content.
Disney.
Dad could take daughter, could take son, so forth. That is the MCU formula. And when you go by this rubric that Kevin Feige has instituted, you're going to get a lot of films that kind of feel like the same movie. I can't tell you the difference if I'm not a Marvel fan, which I am. If a regular person, I show them Guardians of the Galaxy, then I put on Thor Ragnarok, then I put on Captain Marvel, and I say, what's the difference? You mean that wasn't a trilogy? No, that wasn't a trilogy. Those were 3 different Marvel movies. They feel and look the same because of that copy and paste Marvel formula. And that's why he brought up Chloe Zhao. Let me tell you, it's magnificent. He says she's the opposite. The opposite of what? The opposite of the formula. Look at the Eternals trailer we got. That trailer is fire. I predict that's going to be the best MCU movie we ever had, period. Because it's a cinematic, beautiful, glory-looking film. It looks like it has a lot of character depth. The CG looks fantastic. The characters look amazing. The acting, the cast, the score, that thing looks absolutely beautiful. It tickles the cinematic itch that I have, and it tickles the MCU itch that I have. If Marvel does stuff like that, then they'll be okay. But I feel like what he said, Denis Villeneuve said, is on point, 100%.
It's interesting. I don't get to you, Lewis, in a second, but there's a part of me that thinks he's doing this in a way because he's almost gripping for failure with Dune. And I hate to say that because I really am looking forward to Dune. I want Dune to do well, but guys, Dune is not going to do well.
Probably not. No.
It's not. I want it to do, but I think added the day and date release of the film. You saw it already and you reviewed it, Lewis, so you're the one who can sort of speak to it. But to me, I still think if that movie had only been in theaters, there might have gotten a little bit more of a lift at the box office. But I think either way, it would have been a lower box office because it's not a huge draw. I think it looks a little long and sci-fi, and honestly, the reviews coming out so early maybe were a blessing because it was so like enough times passed that we might forget that it didn't do that well either. It was a very mixed, like 70 or it wasn't like super glowing like Shang-Chi. There was a lot of sort of reviews that are like it doesn't feel like a final movie. It's a lot of film nerds will love it, but masses may not. And I do think that that movie is in trouble, and there's a lot of eyes on it because. Look, I'd love to see a whole trilogy and get whatever, at least part 2, which is what he's always planning. But if that movie bombs, they're not going to do it, and it's really sad because they're going to use the excuse
that they're going to give him 2.
Yeah, well, they're going to use this excuse, I think, in the movie. If they hadn't done an HBO Max, at least it would have looked a little bit more like it did well. And now I'm worried it's not. And then it's
Warner
going to be
Brothers told him they'll give him 2 regardless of how Dune 1 performs.
Oh, they have
which is
said
good.
That?
Yeah, they said that. They said regardless of how the Dune 1 performs, they're still going to give him the opportunity to do a sequel. So sequel is going to come.
I hope so because I hope they don't use it as an excuse because it's probably not going to do very well. But I hope that's one where we can sort of blame the era we live in and get it out there because we need more big adult franchises like that. And I'm sure it's beautiful. So, Lewis, you've seen it. You're allowed to talk about it now, right? You did post a review.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on Dune?
Oh, yeah. Well, Dune is a great movie. It's just, mixed reaction. I could see that totally, but it needs more parts to be a complete movie. I can't say it. Actually, calling it a movie may be like it's part of a movie. It's a beginning of a movie. Now, as far as MCU films being copy and paste, of course they are. I've lost interest. I barely cover them anymore. Gwyneth Paltrow, is that the way you pronounce her name? I think so.
Yeah.
She didn't even know what movie was what. Remember? She said that, and everybody got upset at her.
She's like, which one is
giving it a buck.
Yeah, but whose fault is it really? Whose fault is it? The fans go and watch it. Why should they spend 12 days instead of 11 on the script? Whatever they put out makes $1 billion. We see the fans go out of their way to criticize Christopher Nolan. You may not like his stuff, but it's original. They go out of their way to criticize Malignant. You may not like the movie, but it's original. You want original content? It's going to be a little confusing. It's going to be different. You're going to have to adjust your eyes. We're used to one way.
I'm tired
if you're running one way,
Marvel fans are going to really
freak that, Lewis, bro. People who criticize Christopher Nolan, bro. They don't know movies. They're dumb. They don't understand cinema, bro. These are Marvel fanboys who only know MCU. So when I'm hearing people actually have problems with Nolan's filmmaking,
but they go out of their way
do you know film? These are fanboy shit problems, man. Like this shit whack. Y'all fanboys make me sick, bro. Y'all need to go on. What they say, go touch some grass, bro. Y'all had to touch with what happened in reality out here. Grow up with this, bro. Blows my mind.
It's
you understand
mind-blowing.
that? Yeah, and I'm sorry to cut you off.
When
you said that, I was like, dang, people really do be hating. And a lot of even DC fans, DCEU fans, certain fans hate on Christopher Nolan's work. I'm like, what is going on here? Y'all act like this man don't make cinematic masterpieces. Y'all, look what he did to Batman.
Did you ever watch?
Revolutionized
you did watch Tenet, Jody?
I still haven't watched it, man.
I mean, that's That's very telling.
I'm waiting. You know what? I'm waiting for that. No, I didn't watch it because, bro, I want to watch that at the theater. I'm waiting for it to get re-released, bro.
Oh, it's not getting. They are done.
He releases all his movies. They always release his movies.
I mean, you'll have to wait years for that potentially, like on a film
maybe next
festival.
year. Next year when the
Warner
pandemic
Brothers,
over,
dude, he just
out.
signed up. We're gonna get to that story next. He's done.
Yeah.
Look,
he just signed with Universal. He's not.
We knew he was gone. He out of there. Yeah.
He's done.
Guys, real quick,
Jason Killar. Thanks, Jason. Good job.
Seriously, he did.
Shout out to AT&T.
Look, the point I'm getting at is if you want original stuff, it's going to hit and miss sometimes. If you didn't like Tenet, that's fine. I loved Tenet. It's different. It didn't follow the formula. Let's talk about a little bit about Christopher Nolan. There's not one MCU film better than, what is it?
Which one?
Damn, how did I forget it?
Inception.
Count them.
Memento,
The Prestige, Dark Knight, Dark Knight Rises,
The
Batman Begins.
Prestige.
That's 5
right?
movies already.
Go all day.
They're all better than Marvel movies.
Let's go. I just wanted to say The Prestige because that one I don't think was as popular, but The Prestige is a freaking masterpiece, bro.
It is really underrated.
It's a great film.
It is a
really good movie.
masterpiece.
It's a great film.
If you guys
Yeah.
haven't watched The Prestige, go watch that one. It gets so fallen out of the rest of his, but it's way better. But yeah, it's interesting.
Batman and Wolverine, bro, and Black Widow in that movie.
He's legit, but I got to be honest. Dunkirk, kind of a snore fest for me. Respectfully,
that one was weak. Yeah.
And I gotta say, Tenet. It was the first time I could see. I was like, okay, this could wear on me. It's so over stylized and flat and just like it feels like it's just muted, and then it's all this gimmick that to me was not a gimmick worthwhile. It was very similar to the Reminiscence Hugh Jackman movie. I actually found that more fun. But
because Jonathan Nolan, who's his brother, produced that movie. He's also the producer. They're the guys that did what's it called? The Western show on HBO Max.
Westworld. Yeah,
Westworld. Right? So it's that crew. It did look exactly like Inception without being good. It's Inception without being good.
Look, we could argue Nolan all day, like overrated, underrated. I think I respect him. He's a legend. He's made some fantastic films, no doubt. But I think I need to see the next few to really see what's happening with them moving forward. That said, going back to the Marvel argument, yeah, I mean, like the other problem, and I was just not to complain, but I forget what you guys said, and we've moved on. But my Marvel fans, they are really bad. Like I forgot because I was so focused on the DC hate and everything else that we've been doing, and there's the Star Wars haters. But my God, the Marvel stans, they are the worst. They're just so blind. Like I when I did my Shang-Chi review, I just didn't even check for a while, but the ratio on this was like it's like 50-50.
Oh man,
people just hated that I
Look
didn't.
at that.
And my review was not like negative. My review was like very like like I had problems with it, but I recommend it.
Doesn't matter.
I hope you like it. And I like.
If you don't love it, they don't love you.
They don't listen. They just go.
I'm not
like,
gonna sit here and pretend.
Dude,
I
how
love
does this
the
guy?
movie,
This
man.
guy is
I'm
insufferable.
sorry.
How does this guy do this? Or blah 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 blah.
You
should get. It's so crazy. All these YouTubers complain and rant about Shang-Chi are white guys. Coincidence? Like just
a lot of them are kids. Like look at that guy.
And then once in a while, like bro, 100% agree with your review. 100 like there's a few in there, and I actually had to clean up because some of them are really brutal. But and then I was like, I got to stop. I don't want to censor them because I wanted to show them at some point. But my God, it wasn't hyped enough. Disagree. You're crazy. It was beyond fire. Your ratio is insane. Like it just blows my mind how just they're so what's the word? Insecure and refuse. Entitled. Yes, they're so entitled. And if you don't agree with them and think all Marvel is fire, well, then you're a freaking idiot who doesn't know movies.
Yeah, you don't know nothing.
And I gotta say, man, that they are ruining, just like a lot of other fandoms have ruined movies. Like it's ruining it for me because, look, Shang-Chi was fine. Yes. Shang-Chi was fine. Yeah. Like, but it was talk about a copy and paste. Like my God.
One quick story though. I like
Shang-Chi a lot.
But it had a lot of the same beats. It totally did.
It had formulaic
the Marvel
elements,
formula.
But that culture though, man, that culture was great. The monsters, dragons. I didn't expect that. I was like, really nice. I'm like, oh, hit me for a left field. I didn't expect the mythical element.
That fantasy world I thought was so boring. It was just like some underwater dragon finally shows up. And then
I loved it. I loved that part.
Like furry turkey running around. Like, what the fuck's going on?
He was cute.
He was
real
cute.
quick. Like, I don't like. I hate Thor Ragnarok. I can't stand that movie.
Trash.
Right?
Yeah, that's a trash.
When I went to go and watch Jojo Rabbit, I was like, oh my God, another Taika Waititi. I don't think I'm gonna. The movie's amazing. So there is a formula over there. How come Taika Waititi is amazing when it's Fox Searchlight? where he could do whatever he wants. And then in Ragnarok, it's like a Skittles commercial. Why? Because there's a formula they have to follow.
See, it's interesting.
The one that makes them the money.
I feel like Ragnarok tried to change up the formula by going more funny than usual, like that. And I know that's what pissed you off.
And it did.
But the only thing I would say is I felt like Taika Waititi was trying to mix up the formula. I will say, like it or not, and I like it more than you guys. I don't love it like everyone does, but
he doubled down on it.
He definitely took some risks and made it more of a funny buddy cop, road trip movie. It felt like in a weird way. So but he still had to fall into a lot of the same. He had to still fall in line with a lot of the same stuff. The
Hulk was destroyed after that.
But yeah, no, look,
he destroyed him. Yeah.
There are problems with it. I see what you guys. I've heard you, and Jody's especially gone on it. But there was some fun. Like I liked when Hulk.
It's a great comedy, but it's a bad Thor movie.
My friend, I know him. Like there was some funny stuff in there.
A little cheesy from me. That's cheesy. You're gonna fight to the death, and you say, "I know him from work." I mean, is this a death battle or not?
No, it wasn't. Clearly,
it
was. That was in the trailer like a million times too.
Yeah, stakes gone, and that's the difference between Lewis. To answer your question, Taika outside of the MCU versus Taika in the MCU. Taika could go dark outside the MCU. Mm-hmm. He brings that balance. She gets serious and dark with the comedy with his movies, but inside the MCU, it's just comedy, and the MCU lacks that, bro. Like that's why I love Killmonger so much because he actually the best villain of the MCU in my opinion. He actually brought so much to that goddamn film.
Dude, have you watched the What If with Killmonger yet?
I was told I need to watch that, bro. I need to watch that, bro.
I can't wait to hear you'll want to probably do your own video and review on that one. I got so many thoughts.
So many people. Okay,
I got so many thoughts on it.
Watch that.
Good and bad thoughts, but talk about a story for Killmonger. You I suspect will enjoy it for that respect. But though it's not. I mean, I guess I don't want to. But it was the thing that's the one you watch it. I want to get your thoughts on like T'Challa's in it again. Like Chadwick Boseman has made cameos throughout the whole thing, so it makes sense that he makes a cameo in this.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of memes making fun of how he's involved in this. Can I do a minor spoiler? Do you care?
I do care.
Yeah,
okay. I care.
So I won't say it, but there's
two people hit me up and said, "Jody, you gotta watch this."
There's a lot of spoilers on this already, and it's hard to have the conversation because it's like they had Chadwick audio that it's like, why didn't you use this for the fucking movie? Like, is the only thing that I'm like confused by because it's like. There's a whole bunch of audio, and when you watch it, think about it,
They have some, bro. I still think they got a lot in the vault of his audio, bro.
This episode, they could have taken a lot from it to use in the movie, and it's weird because I'm like, it's cool, but anyway, I won't say anymore. Watch it, and then I look forward to talking about it with you because it's an interesting installment. I have to say, I like that show because they are taking some risks now. The second half of the season has gotten way better than the beginning of the season.
Good.
The zombies one, I had a blast with. Did you like that one, Lewis, or you didn't watch that one either?
I got to be honest with you guys. It's been very difficult for me to go back to the MCU after Loki. So I've been Loki. I stopped like two or three episodes in. What If? I love zombies, and I haven't seen that episode, so I'm like 2 episodes in there. I have not watched Black Widow and Shang-Chi. I have not seen as well.
See, look,
I don't want to grift.
He's serious with his. He's on a.
I don't want to grift and pretend.
He's on a Marvel diet.
I
don't want to pretend I like it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think you'll like Shang-Chi, man. I think you'll like it.
I am gonna watch it. I'm getting more curious about actually.
The martial arts is on point, dog. It's better than Snake Eyes.
Hold on. Eddie. Are you being serious, Eddie? Why do you hate Marvel, Andy? And why swear? I would love, with Jody and Lewis's permission, I would love a Marvel stan to join this conversation.
Yes,
Marvel stan, please. I beg you, Eddie or anybody.
That's the type of stuff I get on my comment section. We get it all day, bro.
I would love you. I would just love to have a face-to-face and try to understand what on earth you think I hate Marvel.
You're going to be surprised when he pops in 6 years old.
But that's what it is. It's insane. Like, I don't hate. And you said it earlier on one of the comments, Lewis. I saw you. Why does criticism always resolve to hate? Like anybody online, especially Marvel stans, whenever you criticize it, it's suddenly, why do you hate it all?
I love the MCU, motherfuckers.
I love it too. I'm unlike Lewis. I still watch them all.
We love movies. We got to critique these things. That's what we do. I mean, you can't just suck these movies off. We love. The problem is, I think Andy has the same problem that I do. I am a fan of the MCU, but I'm also a fan of cinema.
Mm-hmm.
So when you watch anything in the movies, you're going to critique it with the love of the Marvel and the love of your quality cinema. That's just how it is, man.
Yeah, that's
Look,
not
if
hate.
they're telling me, hey, you want to watch
If you're a Marvel stan, Eddie, join the thing. I'd love to have that conversation because
let's
you're
talk,
trolling
Eddie.
me. Come on in, Eddie. Let's have because I know we're all agreeing on this. To have someone who actually agrees, and don't just pop in the chat because you want to pop in.
Rep the Marvel, Eddie.
I want a Marvel stan. You're welcome in here. We're not going to just attack you, but I want to talk to you because I don't understand why you think we're hating. And I'm so sick of that argument. I like to converse with people who have different opinions to see what if we can find some middle ground because it's like you just said, Jody, it's not a hate. We have to have criticism of these movies, and I do think there's going to be an oversaturation point. We're clearly hitting it for Lewis, but I would say, what if?
And I don't hate it, man. If you like it, that's cool, man. I'll power to you. But I'd rather watch *Malignant* than *Shang-Chi*. I'm sorry, that's who I am.
Oh, that thing! I need to review that thing.
Yeah, I don't know if you liked it or not, but hey, look, I loved it.
I had a good time watching.
It was fun.
Wait, which one?
I had to turn some stuff off a little bit.
Wait, which one?
Well, I can debate you about what you think you
that's
didn't like, what
crazy.
you think you saw.
No, bro. That movie is a. They didn't say. I know it's horror, but they left out a few elements. Fantasy, sci-fi, bro.
Bonkers horror is what they should have called it. That movie is bonkers in the best way.
And look, it's not going to work for some people, but when you try something new, it's going to be weird.
It worked for me.
That movie, it does need a warning because you're right. But a lot of people are going in expecting like some sort of serious, scary movie, and no, that's not what it is.
That's not it.
You got to be prepared for the twist and the turn, and you're either on or you're like, what the fuck is this stupid shit?
So you laughed your ass off.
I loved it.
I was laughing through that shit.
I was laughing so well because
I was cheering, bro.
He does trick you because he's like he clearly leaves a lot of tropes that like the idiot bad actors and like why are you going in there? There's a lot of those hard tropes that you realize he is sort of trolling you the whole time in a way. I think.
Jody, if you want to zoom me in, man, for the review,
let's review together. Let's
get tonight or whatever, man. I'm down, bro.
All three of us should review it.
*Malignant* was crazy fun.
Let's get a time to review it together.
We won't spoil it. If you guys haven't watched it, go watch *Malignant* and then check out.
It's on HBO Max, guys.
Yeah, then check out Jody's reviews of what we may be there. But anyway, back to the Marvel stands and everything else. Like the reality is, what if I was trying to get to? What if has a few episodes that I really enjoyed. The Marvel Zombies episode was actually I did anyone else love that one or was it just me? I would have watched a full-length movie of that plot line. Twists, turns, cameos, action. They were able to do some gory stuff because it's guts instead of blood. So you got like Wasp like flying into a zombie and then going big and like exploding it. And I really, really dug it. There's some dark parts, some funny parts. Pretty much the entire voice cast is there, from Paul Rudd to etc. Like it's like, whoa, you really got everybody for every little like 2 lines, whatever it is. Marvel Zombies, which is a book I love, is way darker and obviously, but I thought this was the MCU version of it that was pretty damn fun. And so What If has potential sometimes to like do a very surprising story, but What If's big problem is this 30-minute time frame. Like if they had just done What If features and committed to some of the best ones they had instead of doing these 10 episodes, they had committed to 2 or 3 of these of their best stories and elongated them to like 60, 80-minute feature-length animated films like Warner does. It would have been so much better, and I think we would have talked about them more. It would have been a bigger, better content for Disney Plus, and I think it was a mistake. They're constantly rushing through these what if plot points to be like, gotta check this off, because it's just, and I think that's where the show gets a little bit monotonous. Like the Peggy Carter one is a perfect example of like, it's just fucking Captain America 1, but it's with her, and you're like, who cares? I don't want to watch. That's not once they start changing it up enough, and it's like a lot of different things that make the plots completely different, then it's more fun. Like the one you liked, Lewis, where the Avengers, what if the Avengers were taken out? That was a really fun one.
That was really good. It was a good mystery, man. That was a really good one. I liked it a lot.
And the Doctor Strange one was pretty dark, and I liked that was a good twist. So, yeah, my point at getting that, just to have that caveat, it was like, there is still some cool Marvel out there. Like the potential is still there. Like Marvel has so much potential. Dude, I'm so excited for No Way Home. I'm excited for Doctor Strange too. I hope they don't lose me on that one. And I'm with you, Jody. I'm excited for Eternals. I'm not as confident it'll be the
That's
best.
my horse. That's it.
I worry it could be a little too up its own ass, but we'll see. But yeah, there's potential to still. And then I'm hoping Guardians 3, the new Thor, I hope is better, but it probably won't be. I'm so curious with Black Panther. That could be such a mess, though. And then I want to see what they do with Fantastic Four. Of course, Marvel has still a lot of exciting things in the works we still like it. But is there a formula? Is a lot of it the same?
Yes.
Yes.
Unequivocally.
It's hard to deny.
Did
Gene
he
Rick,
not join? He didn't join?
He didn't join. See, they never have the guts. Gene
Never,
Rick, thank you, Gene Rick. Love you guys. Good to see you all together. Yes, it's good to be together. Good to see you, Gene. Thank you for that super chat. Mud it. Except Avengers, all movies post 2016 feel the same. I don't disagree. Eric, Defcon, Dirigi, what's up, my man? People like Harloff ruined Star Wars, but the Marvel formula is wearing me down, and Marvel fanboys are a lynch mob kangaroo court. Why did people like Harloff ruin Star Wars for you? I don't understand that one. Because
I'll say super fans who Harloff could relate to ruin Star Wars. Fandoms ruin these movies. Star Wars fanboys ruin Star Wars because y'all let that trash happen. Y'all let Episode 7 come out and said this is awesome and amazing. Y'all let all that bullshit happen. And it's the Marvel fans that are letting this happen to the Marvel MCU. It's the Marvel fanboys who just accept anything. A fanboy is trash because a fanboy never sees the wrongs that the company does. They just accept it. So how am I going to course correct when I have a freaking whole entire fandom full of fanboys that will like anything that I put out? Oh, you get a Marvel formulaic type of film like Ragnarok. You get a Marvel SJW film like Captain Marvel. You get a pointless film like Ant-Man and the Wasp. I mean, that's the reason why we have these movies is because fanboys like you accept it, love it, and praise it. While we're the ones critiquing it, trying to make Kevin Feige get better. Now, if Martin Scorsese never came out 2 years ago and said that y'all movies are like freaking amusement parks, and Denis Villeneuve never said this and all that other stuff, do you think we would have got Chloe Zhao to do Eternals and make that cinematic looking Marvel movie? I don't think so. It's only when you get critiqued. It's only when you're put your foot to the fire that you start to make progress. Marvel has been on top for 10 years easily, and they're in cruise control up there because nobody's truly challenging them. Well, sometimes you got to learn how to challenge yourself. And shout out to Martin Scorsese for saying what he said.
Well, to wrap up this portion, because I'm going to clip it, I do want to do a little bit of a flex, because you just reminded me. Yes, we like to critique these films. And Jody and Lewis, I just want to remind people, who was the one that the Russo brothers said they tried to honest trailer-proof Captain America, Winter Soldier? Oh, yeah, that was this boy right here. This guy who made honest trailers back in the day. I literally made a show and a movie that before everyone else who's working there got all in their whatever, they literally knew our show, and because of the show, honest trailer-proofed Captain America, Winter Soldier, which, let's be honest, Jody, Lewis, one of the best ones they've made. Because we were critiquing them and loving them at the same time. And you're so spot on. It's almost worth its own video at some point.
And this is according to the directors, not you saying
it's just like politics and everything else today. We have the extremes ruin everything. The Marvel stans who refuse to accept any criticism, and then the awful fandoms who just shit on everything. Both sides suck. You got to have an in between and actually be an actual fan of these stuff, because you realize the stands are just sheep. They're just, like Borg life. It's just literally Borgs who just like, resistance is futile. We will like anything we get. It's so ironic when Ray Fisher keeps saying Borg life, because Star Trek Borg, that's literally what they are. They're just sheep. And so you got Borg life, which is just whatever. And then you have Borg life, who are the asshole, toxic, asshole people who just want to destroy the stuff and no joy for it anymore. And that's the problem. I think we all fall in that middle where, we criticize shit, but we also still love it. But Marvel, there's a saturation point. I mean, what other brand has been able to go this long? I mean, bravo, good for them. It's still making money. They're still popular, but I can't think of anything. When you look at like James Bond or anything that's had so many movies, etc., it's usually like different ups and downs and actors and directors and people involved that aren't like, there's never, what other thing has had a Kevin Feige through this long? Even Star Wars. Lucas made 6 movies and then bounced. And then handed it over to Kathleen Kennedy. Harry Potter, different directors the whole time. Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson's like the closest thing, but still, that's 9 movies. Okay, fine, throw in The Hobbit, right? 12 movies? Still, how many fucking Marvel movies has Kevin Feige now overseen? Like, it's going to be like 30-something? It's insane, and we're no sign of stopping. So at some point, it's going to be too much. It will fall, except for the stands. And the reality check there is like, yes, just because we critique it doesn't mean we hate it. Now, before we go, I want to clip this. We got lots more to talk. I'm not trying to rush anybody, but I want to clip it for YouTube. Before I do, Jody, you got something you want to say?
Oh, yeah. I got another YouTube channel, y'all. This one right here deviates completely away from what Jody's Corner is. Jody's Corner is about everything pop culture. Now, I bring the real. I bring as much as I can to my channel, Jody's Corner, within the confines of what pop culture is. But I've learned that even within the confines of pop culture, there's only so real you can keep it, because people subscribe to Jody's Corner for pop culture. So when I want to bring real world commentary and issues to Jody's Corner, it's not fair because they didn't sign up for that. So I created my all new channel. It's called The Take.
There it is.
The Take is the new channel. Subscribe to it, where we're doing all commentary on all things in the world, social commentary, everything you could think of, people doing dumb shit, reactions and discussions. Subscribe to The Take for that real.
I love it. Jody's Corner, talking movies. Jody's Take on all the other issues.
Everything.
Jody's
there
Corner,
you
my
go.
favorite. The Take, my second favorite.
There it is. I love the parental advisory there. That's a good aesthetic choice. Very
Heck
good.
yeah.
Use that even more. That's awesome. But there it is. Go check it out. The name is hard to brand right now because you got to make more videos, but you'll get there.
Yeah,
but
the
so it's a little
algorithm, I
harder
got to
to
work
find.
my way on up.
But,
you know how it is.
Go do. You're almost at the. You got to get the subscribers up. It takes a little bit, but you'll get there. I'm sure.
Yeah,
pretty
we'll get there.
fastly. It didn't take us that long. Steph just got there. We'll get there. But go subscribe if you haven't already. There's the new one.
If you want
Jody's
that
Take is
real,
live.
if you want that PC shit, do not hit subscribe on that channel. I'll tell you right now, because you'll get pissed off. Only if you want that real fire, real deal Holyfield shit, then you go over there.
Yeah.
There it is. The Take is live, so go support Jody on The Take, and you got the Take officials up there as well. Social
Yes.
commentary, relationship
Twitter.
talk, real talk, breaking news, 100% genuine, like the genuine.
Genuine like the singer. I put that wine in there, genuine.
Let me folll the Twitter too, and maybe one day Jody will follow me back on Twitter one day.
Got that swag
He's
on
not
that
following anyone yet.
genuine, like that.
You got to at least follow yourself first. Antonio Bandani's there. That's all that matters. As long as Justin Bieber's there, we're all good. But
thanks,
go
y'all.
support The Take. Go support Nerd Report and Jody's Corner and all
Nerd
of us.
Report!
If you haven't
My
already,
favorite!
while you're watching live, can you make sure you hit the subscribe here to all the channels? Just check the bell for all of us. Hit the likes. That way you actually get engaged, because YouTube doesn't give a F about any of you guys or us as creators.
Facts.
It's
hard out
I'm
here
sure
for a
we'll
bit.
touch that upon as well. But in the meanwhile, clipping this for the YouTube sake. We're not done. Don't go anywhere.
See you guys.
But thank you for watching the replay. Become a member. You can always catch the whole show unedited, uninterrupted, and you'll support the channel. I mean, pretty cool deal, huh?
Peace.